I'm going to take a sentence from our reading passage and put it up here on the board. London Bridge was built in 1831 by an engineer named John Rainey. Now, this is a passive sentence. I'm going to change it and make it into an active sentence, and then we're going to look at the difference. An engineer named John Rainey built London Bridge in 1831. Are these sentences the same or are they different? If we look carefully at the two sentences, the meaning is basically the same, but the difference is the focus. In the first sentence, the focus is on the bridge. London Bridge was built in 1831. In the second sentence, the focus is on the builder, John Rainey. An engineer named John Rainey built London Bridge in 1831. So the main difference between a passive sentence and an active sentence is the focus. So let's take a few minutes now and talk about changing an active sentence into a passive sentence. First, remove the subject or the agent, and we'll talk more about that later in a few minutes. And then take the object and move it into the subject position. Then change the verb. Use a be verb plus the past participle of the original verb. Now let's come back and talk about the subject or the agent. In a passive sentence, the agent can be left off, or it can be written at the end of the sentence if needed for clarification. So in this case, we can say, London Bridge was built in 1831. No agent. Or we can say, London Bridge was built in 1831 by an engineer named John Rainey. Now I just want to mention here, use the passive voice sparingly, not too much. If we use the passive voice too much, our writing may sound vague and it may be somewhat hard to follow. We should use the passive voice only when we want to emphasize the object or the subject or the agent is not important. Down below you'll find more examples. Look them over carefully and I'll see you next time.